Hi, for this video lecture I'm going to discuss jump, compare, and call. So two of the instructions there, which are the jump and call, are used to control the flow of your program. Compare is just like move. You have the source and destination. You will see them in the example that I have created. So let's go to the emulator. By the way, you'll not be able to see my face because got some problem with my camera. Okay, so this is the emulator, this is the program. So first let's look at the program, and then we will run the program step by step, so you will see what happens with the register and the flow, and what happens when you use the jump, call, and compare. Okay, so org 100 basically it will just tell tells your emulator to start your code offset 100, as you can see here, just very quickly. So this is 100, that, so that, so this is pretty common. Normally they really start on 100. In other emulators or other assembler, you don't have to put the org 100, because automatically if you're just creating an COM file, normally your OS will already take good care of that. But here you should be more implicit, and you have to type the org 100. Anyway, going back to the code, then afterwards, since we're using the convention, so I have jump start, and then before I start, I have to define some data there, some strings that need to be displayed. In this case, there are 3 strings there that I use for display. So I have a message, hello world. Another message is like a menu, press E to exit, or press D to display a message, and then press any key for exit. So the code here is this one. The first one is to display the message 2. Message 2 is press E to exit or D to display. This is what it does. Using interrupt 21 function called 09, I loaded message 2, the address of message to DX, so that interrupt 21 function called 09 will display whatever is the content of this memory location. And then move AH01, 01 interrupt 21. 01 interrupt 21 is keyboard entry, 1 key at a time. So whenever you press a key, it will display. At the same time, the value of that key press will be saved in AL here. That's why I compare the value of AL if it's equal to E. So if it's equal to E, jump equal exit. So you can see you have already seen 2 types of jump. The first one is non-conditional. It will just simply jump, no condition. Right away it will see if this one will be executed. It will just right away jump here. But in this example, you have jump equal. It will only go to exit if this condition above, which is compare AL to AE, is met. Jump equal. So if AL is equals to E, then it will go to exit. Same as here, it will check if AL equals to D, it will also display the hello world. Otherwise, it will jump again. So it will go here, it will loop here until either capital E or capital D is pressed. So there. So what if E was pressed? So E, it says here jump exit, so it will go here exit here. So I made a subroutine call exit 2. Exit 2 basically, exit 2 will display first. So I have next line, exit 2 is basically will display press any key to exit. Next line is basically I'll go to the next line. uh, Next line is next 0d 0a is like you are putting your message to the next line, like uh, return tab next line and then return tab 0a and 0d. Okay, so it's normal for any programming language to reuse codes. So basically when you reuse code, you write a subroutine. So this is what I did here. So I use call and I created two subroutines. One is for the next line, the other one is for the exit. This is the exit 2. So because most of the time we are using code, so instead of having a very long program, if you are reusing code, so you have to create a call function, and this is what I did here. So there's call function. Since I'm going to use next line twice, instead of rewriting this whole codes this twice, I just put call next line. Then I also have another call next line here. So significantly it will decrease the number of lines for your codes. So okay, let's see how it works. So run. So I'm going to press the letter. So as you can see, if it's not D or C, since I use interrupt 21 function call 01, so you will see what I am pressing, as opposed to function call 08 interrupt 21. You will not see the key press, but the value of what you have pressed will still be saved in EL. But this one, see, so if I'm going to do exit, there, press any key to exit, and then I will press exit. Okay, what if I press D instead of E? So run, oops, yes, run. Then if I press D, then it will display hello world, then exit. So that's what the program does. Okay, so I think not much to discuss here. I hope this is a bit clear. So you have two types of jump. You will see more example of that. I'm going to give another example of how to use jump, compare, and call. I will have another program as part 2, but with a different program. So here basically we just ask this to, we're just waiting for either an E or a D key press, capital E or capital D press, to display a message. And then we use call to create subroutines so that our code will not be very long. And then there is a compare there. We compare, we pair it with a conditional jump. So before that conditional jump will do what it's supposed to do, it has to satisfy the condition here. You have to compare, like here you have to compare the value of AL if it's letter E. In this case, if capital E was pressed, and then it will jump exit. Or if it's not capital E, it will continue here. And then if it's not either E or D, then it will jump again, so it will continue here. So instead of going to jump start, if you go to jump start, then what will happen is every time you did not type the correct letter, it's either E or D, then you will be displaying this message. So let's see, we remove this just so you will see what will happen, what's the effect. So if I'm going to jump start here, there will be no error, but you will see what will happen. Oops, sorry. If I'm going to say another letter, C, I'm pressing not E or not D. So I'm going to exit now. There. So that's effect. That's why your jump should be here. Start 1, start 2. Put start 2. There. Okay, so now back to D. There. So I hope this will help you understand more what is jump, compare, and call. As promised, I'll give you one more example, one more program with similar instructions. Thank you for listening.